With Illinois seeing a rise in hate crimes from the Israel-Palestine conflict, Governor J.B. Pritzker urges residents to stop being hateful and stand together with their Muslim and Jewish neighbors. Pritzker joins officials with the Arab American Bar Association Monday, offering 6 proposals, including asking the Biden administration to develop strategies to protect the rights of Arab, Muslim, and Jewish Americans and establish a federal hate crimes commission, among other proposals. Pritzker also urges residents to grieve together and reject hatred.
Hate always has an insidious way of trying to move in if we let it. So we must stand together to reject it. Where our world has failed, we stand here united, across religions, across ethnicities, to renounce hatred.